Hello guys, welcome to a new episode of Dwarf Talks. Today I want to talk about a fairly big change that we're doing for the game that is incredibly fast to do, which is basically a number change. And this is about one of the things that we want to achieve in the game, which is increasing the tension. Some of you may recall an episode that I may have done by now, which is about how we design. I'm going to show you real quick here. That this game, or that this is what we generally do in Bitterhof. We have problems we want to solve and so on. And one of the things currently is that we want to increase the tension in the game. Part of the thesis we have for why we do not have enough tension currently is that the tension of being close to another player is basically not so high because it's too easy to escape. So we formulated this as a player question, which is, as a player, I feel that being close to another player is very risky. So I feel tension when that happens. And we theorize now that one of the reasons why it becomes less tense in the game now is our health. So we are changing that so that you basically have less. And this is of course equal for all characters. That means that if you are surprise attacked and another player, you're not so careful, and another player is kind of good at hitting with all their abilities and so on really quickly, then you are you're going to more quickly die basically than in the past. However, note that we are also changing the control scheme, so it's now WSD. It makes these like micro dodging things a bit easier. We've also upgraded the telegraphing of PvE, so even though we're basically making you able to sustain less damage from PvE, it is in the context of us assuming that it's also a bit easier to dodge it. So notice here, if I actually get struck, I lose a bit more of my health than usual, or percentage-wise, because we have reduced your health by a reasonably big percentage. And that means that, yeah, I can take less hits. And we're pretty certain this will increase the tension and that it's worth it, because your health will be worth more. It is, however, also going to be cool in the context of you now having to land your basic attacks. So they are now physically and physical attacks that are dodgeable, and they are no longer homing. So therefore we will definitely also see in PvP that more attacks won't land. This also bridges the gap between melee and ranged a bit, because most melee attackers are definitely having a bigger advantage now in melee. Some of them have cleave attacks, for instance, and some of them basically they generally have a bigger cleave radius. However, they can't attack far. But that means that a ranger up close is a little bit worse because they're not cleaving. So even smaller side steps next to them can result in you in the opponent dodging your attack. So we are very excited to in the future test this new iteration where health is basically getting closer to our original test, test 1. That a few of you tried. Tension was higher there. We have not gone all the way back to that. And there's also a lot of new equipment, of course, that can increase your health pools. But basically we want to make it slightly more skill-based and increase the tension by making it a really big problem if you're surprised by another player. And we want you to carefully move around, use your ears, not get surprised, avoid other players if you're at a disadvantage, if you have low health, and stuff like that. Try to scout other players, try to be in a position where you can see others without them seeing you, so that you can kind of get an idea of what's their heal level. Should I take this challenge? And also, should I try to hide? Or for instance, be in a position where I can quickly go over here and explode my explode my escape route, if you could say it like that. Coolio! That was this Dwarf Talk, and let's see if it brings tension to the way that you are just thinking, oh my god, I'm so tense when I play this game, I can't put it down, it's just so good. Like in your everyday life. Toodaloo-doo!